Hey guys, today we're going to be doing the Danzo gameplay and guide. I will be talking about everything pretty much that you need to know about Danzo, good lineups to use with him, his fetters, and pretty much if he's just worth it in general. Tomorrow there will be an Obito event video, then after that there will be an Obito guide video and gameplay. So stay tuned for those, and without further ado, let's get started with the video. Danzo's normal ability only has an 8-second cooldown, which is pretty good, and it summons a root member that does a firing wind blaze. It deals 384% damage, and then it also reduces the enemy's speed for 60% for 3 seconds. Each instance of damage also does an additional 20% bleed damage. And then his ultimate does, like I said before, 10% max HP, and plus an additional 10% max HP in bleed damage, and plus everything that his ultimate hits silences them for 8 seconds. The cooldown is 60 seconds, so that is kind of annoying, but I think the ultimate just does so much that it's worth the 60-second cooldown because it does an unbelievable amount of damage, it silences, and it does bleed damage. Now for lineups, this is going to depend on how late game you are. The more event characters that you have, the less you want A partners and people, especially like just normal Naruto, that's really not worth getting. You're either going to want KCM or Shippunen Sasuke, or if you're lucky enough to Susanoo Sasuke. But the later game you are, the less it really matters about elemental bonuses. So you can realistically only have one wind and have a bunch in yin and yang. And to be fair, it'll still be very powerful. Danzo is very worth having even if you are late game. He does really good damage to bosses, and that's really all you look for towards the late game. You want less for damage and survivability, plus Danzo has really good survivability. His star stats allows him just to go back up to full HP, and especially if you have him 8 star, his star stat is if he drops below 10%, he gains invulnerability for 1 second, and then he brings his HP back up to 100%, and it's only a 60-second cooldown. So basically, every time that Danzo's about to die, he's just gonna go back up to full HP if you have a 8 star. So if you're looking to use this guy in the later game, you're gonna want to max out his event and get him really strong. But the problem is that they put the Danzo event out during all the SS partner events, so realistically there's no reason to go for Danzo because you can go for like Obito or Hashirama, and I honestly think there's going to be a Madara event coming out soon, so with all this information I don't know if you're actually going to want to get Danzo and use him. Now we're going to talk about the fetters. His fetters are actually pretty they're actually not that good. He's got Obito and Susanoo Sasuke, and those are pretty hard to get, but he also has Sour Tobi. Sour Tobi gives you 2.1% hit damage, Susanoo Sasuke gives you 3.5% crit damage, and Obito gives you 5.4% HP and 1.1% dodge. So if you're going for Obito, Danzo is a pretty good one to get, because giving him dodge and HP, already on top of the fact that he's going to be continuously getting HP through his star stat, he's going to be actually pretty nasty. So, from looking at Danzo as a whole, his fetters and everything about him, I would say Danzo is pretty top tier when it comes to S partners. Honestly, I don't know if I put him in S tier, but he would definitely be high A. Danzo's a very useful and good partner to have. The only problem with him is that he's wind, and that really hurts him. If he was yin or yang, I would say he'd be very, very top tier. Just the fact that he's wind, like, really hurts. So yeah, that was the video. That was everything about Danzo that you pretty much need to know. Let me know in comments if you guys think that he's actually worth getting. I personally do. As long as you don't have a very late game team, like you have full yin and yang, or even just full yin or full yang, the fact that how much like you just do based off the element bonus is really strong. But yeah, let me know if you guys think Danzo is good or not, but that's it, and hope you guys have a good day.